Hi there, I'm Helen, and this is a short morning practice for you that you can practice with your cup of coffee nearby. I'm always asked by my students, what do I practice in the morning? What's the best morning routine? And it's kind of difficult for me to tell you what you should do in the morning. This is very subjective. It depends of your level of energy, or you wake up in the morning, if there are any tension in the body you want to get rid of. What I'm sharing today is what I will do personally as a morning practice, and I'm breaking down in two different pieces. So if you want to stop after about 10 minutes or so, you can. And if you want to continue or want a more energizing practice, you can go all the way to the end. When I wake up in the morning, I am looking for something that's easy, so no complicated shape, no specific rhythm to follow, and I'm looking for something that's also energizing. When I wake up in the morning, I don't really want to practice yoga, even if this is something I really love to do. So I take it easy, and I start always in a chai pose. So bringing the feet as wide as the mat, toes together, and hands forward. And the first few breaths, or the first minute or so, I just let go here and take a moment to arrive and bring my awareness onto the breath. I like to visualize like I'm a balloon, and as I inhale, I fill the back body with breath, and exhale, let go and enjoy the space and just stroke it. And take a few breaths here. And I like to stay here for a good 5 to 10 breaths. But for today, just do 3 breaths, and then come onto your fingertips. Walk the hands to the right. And now we stretch a little more left part of the wrists and take a few breaths there. Also awakening the side body. On your nice inhale, bringing the hands back to center and now to the left. And lengthening the right side of the ribcage. We don't have to go too far here, just a gentle side stretch and feeling the breath in the right side of the ribs. Coming back to center, and usually already after a few rounds of breath in chai pose, I feel a little more energized. Coming onto the hands and knees, make sure you stack your knees and your heads. Bring your hands shoulders distance apart. Grounding the top of the feet on the mat, spreading the toes, and a few cat cows here. Inhale as you arch and open the heart space. Exhale as you round and look at your wheel. And same thing here. Someday I will be lazy and I will go slow and do maybe up to 10 rounds. And sometimes I feel I want to modify a little bit and bring some hip movement. So I'm just showing some options here, and we don't have to do everything. And that's why giving you a morning practice that's set in stone is kind of hard, because everyone wants to move differently. But like a few rounds with the heads, just a plain vanilla cat cow. And once I feel my spine is warming up, Coming back to neutral. Bringing a little more awareness into the core here, a little bit of core engagement with that bird dog, right leg back, left hand forward, 3 to 5 breaths. Keep pushing the heel back, spreading the collarbone, navel to the spine. And switching side, left leg back, navel to the spine, core engagement, right leg forward, spreading the collarbones. Coming back onto the hands and knees. And then we can extend one leg and the other. If you want a little more core engagement, you could spend a few breaths here in plank position. And when you're ready, bending the knees, and we find that downward facing dog. And in the morning, I like to walk the dog or paddle the dog for a few breaths, very freeing the stretch in the back of the legs. Sometimes I do both at the same time. Then moving the right foot forward in between the hands, left knee down. You can give yourself some space, right foot a little more to the right. With the right hand, the hands to the right knee. And I'm going to pull the right femur into the hip socket and lengthen the lower back here, lengthen the space between the pubic bone and the navel. I'm always looking for a nice hip flexor stretch in the morning, especially knowing that we're probably going to spend a good amount of time sitting after this practice. Then after a few breaths, I like to add a gentle twist. Opening the heart space, a little bit of back bend here. Finding opening to the format. But a little more, if you wanted, you could grab your back foot. Although that's a very deep flexor stretch to start the day with. Just an option. And coming back to center, bringing the hands to the mat, walking the right foot all the way to the right side of the mat, and bringing the left foot forward. And this is where having my coffee cup is quite handy. It's a little either here Malasana. I like to stay here for a good minute or so, sipping my coffee or my tea, in really allowing the body to open itself. And if Malasana is not a natural posture for you, you can slide the block and sit there and still enjoy your coffee with your heels grounded. Such a nice posture to do in the morning. It helps with the digestion, clearing the digestive tract in the morning while tuning the pelvic bowl. So I take a stay quite a bit, and you could pause here and maybe enjoy the coffee in that chair. After a few breaths, hands down, other side for that low lunge and Janiyasana. So bring the back knee down. And when I rise here, hands to the knee, I keep it simple. And I try to pull the left femur into the hip socket to find a nice stretch into the opposite hip flexor, so the right side here. Pressing the knee down, gazing forward. 3 breaths together. You can do as many as you wish. Right hand to the mat, selfing moving a bit of twist, opening the front body, spreading the space between your shoulders. Little bit of a back bend, you can send that hand back, maybe catch your foot. Bring the hands right to center. Tap the back toe and within back to downward dog. The first downward dog. I didn't really focus on the phone, I was just walking my legs. Here I feel a little lighter after a few posture adjusted. So I try to bring my awareness to my hinge leg hinge into the hips, bending the knees, heels high, and I try to find a nice hinge, swinging the tailbone back, spreading the shoulders away from the ears, and lengthening the sky. So a little more of an active dog compared to the previous variation. Or you could take a child pose here as well. If I want something a little more dynamic, I'll bring the right leg towards the chin, bend the knee, open the head, and even do some big circles here. Circle one way, and circle the other, and do the same thing with the other leg. Again, just an option here. If you're not used to spend too much time in downward dog, that's maybe a little too much for your hands, and that's okay. You can skip that. Take a child pose, take a breather, and you just land down facing down. Now looking forward, let's walk the feet to the front of the mat. Look at your feet, measure 2 feet distance apart to have a nice hip distance between the arch of the feet. Bending the knees and grabbing opposite elbows, and we'll find a forward fold. Now grounding into your feet, pushing forward, you can roll, stacking one vertebrae at a time. And come to stand. And someday I would just pause here, and that would be a good morning routine already. If you have more time, you want something a little more energizing, we'll come and stand to the front of the mat with me, and we'll do 2 rounds of sun salutation and finish with a few more pauses. If you're ready for more, let's stand at the front of the mat. In the morning, I don't focus so much on one breath, one movement. I take it easy. Inhale, rise, maybe hook your thumb here, and take some time to really stretch the side body, stretch the front body, and reach the ceiling with your fingers. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back, right knee down. So we're back to that low lunge here. Lower variation, inhale, rise, catching the sun. And you can pause here if you wish. Exhale, hands down. Sit back, downward facing down. Inhale, forward into a plank. Exhale, knees to the mat, rolling to lower down gently. And pause. Grounding the hips into the mat. Sometimes I like to walk a little bit the legs back. So really spreading myself onto the mat, gluing the top of the feet on the mat, hands at the level of the belly button, rolling the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades, keeping the pressure off my hands, spending 2 or 3 breaths here. And pressing with the hands, the knees, tap the toes, downward facing. Then right foot forward, the left knee down, so the other side for Anjaneyasana. Rising, catching the sun. Exhale, hands down, step to the front of the mat and fold. Inhale, round, gaze and hugs. Exhale, center. Same thing other side, maybe a little quicker. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot back, left knee down. Rise, catch the sun. Exhale, hands down, step back, downward facing. Inhale, forward into a plank. Exhale, lower down. Keep it easy here. A baby cobra, perfectly fine for the morning. Exhale, step back, downward facing. Left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands up, lift the back in, step to the front. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, back to center. And you could add more here, just doing one each side, right and left. You could put this on repeat. And someday I feel really good and I go through like maybe 10 salutation. But today, just one each side with you, and if you want to keep going the pause and continue, inhale, rise. If not, we'll make it to the mat, exhale, fold. Stepping back, forward facing up. And we can pause here, okay, good job, pause. If we need. And we make our way to sit, so bring the feet in between the hands, extend the legs. If you add a blanket, doesn't have to be a yoga blanket or even a towel, you can use, keep it next to your mat, use it in the morning, even if you're flexible, to lift your seat here and give your pelvis the chance to tilt forward, sending your pubic bone towards the mat. Forwarding the legs. We do this one standing on our legs. Now do it sitting forward, fold, hinging from the hips, bringing your navel forward, and we can grab the feet. We don't have to. Yes, let's just the weight of the upper body here to open the back of the legs, the lower back. So I'm just avoiding here to push and pulling with my hands. So I intentionally keep my hands to the side. You ready? Inhale, rise. Right foot inside the left leg. It's the same thing, but asymmetric posture. Jalushasana, or tree on the floor. Very nice posture for lower, to release the lower back here. In the morning, it's quite tight, and that's okay if your posture look more like this. Again, I'm touching my foot, but I'm not grabbing there. I'm just folding, letting the upper body weight do its work, bringing the breath into the back body, into the lower back. Slowly rise, same thing on the other side. Inhale, right, same shape, slightly modifying here. So we add a sideline extension. If you're using a blanket, I'm going to bring it to the opposite side here. So you're kind of sitting on this saddle here. Fingertips, elbows, whatever is accessible to you. We're going to stretch the right side of the ribs here. And that may look something like this. That may look something a little more bendy. Look for length rather than depth. Don't compromise your form to feel you getting a deeper stretch. Inhale, rise. Same on the other side. Feeling to show you my back. To the left leg back. Fingertips or elbows and stretching the left side of the body. 3. I do 3 breaths for this video. You can do 5, 8. As rising, coming back. Both legs forward. Let's remove the blanket here. So the past few shapes we've been working on hinging, folding forward. Let's do the opposite movement from the heads and find a little more extension in the front body. If you have a block, that's great, or you can use the blankets. If you don't worry, we can do without. If you have a block, place the block below the sacrum here. And bring the feet together, rolling the right knee towards the chest or the right shoulder, and extend the left foot forward. Be mindful to keep the foot in the center and not send your foot all the way to the left. Okay, when my right knee is in my chest or towards my shoulder, I'm focusing on lengthening the left hip flexor. So I'm pushing with the ball of the left foot and the heel forward and looking to extend the psoas muscle and find a nice stretch on the left side. And another side, right leg extend, left knee down, and I'm pushing from the inner side of my right leg with my heel, the ball of my big toe, forward, and bring my wrist to my right hip flexor, the right psoas. Finally, looking for the stretch. Do both legs at the same time if your lower back is not bothering you. And bring your feet together, standing a few breaths there. And you could finish your practice here. If you want more the front body extension, I'd like to do gentle bridges in the morning, bringing the feet flat on the floor. The feet are hip distance apart. And if you have a block here, you can just switch the block and bring it to a higher version. Maybe not the highest here, something in between, and just breathe here. If you want something a little more dynamic, you don't have a block. Begin to interlace the fingers, roll onto the shoulders, squeeze the inner thigh towards each other, engage the glutes. Have your breath there. Now I need to lower the seat. If you have the block, removing the block. Bring the knees up, lift the legs. Make yourself like you are a chair, lying down the floor. Bring the arms wide, knees to one side, gaze to the other side. Like the center, and we do the spine twist the other way. And to finish, so I'm going to finish in Shavasana in the morning. I just spent a few hours in bed, so I want to tell my body it's time to go back to sleep. So a happy baby, you are no a happy baby. Oh, what I like to do, bring the block below the sacrum, legs up, just a few breaths. So replacing Shavasana or that lying down shape with something that's relaxing but not inviting us to go back to bed. And you could edit this practice as much as you wish. When you're ready, you can roll, come back to sit. So maybe you want to add a minute also of meditation, something grounding. So that's what I will practice in the morning, and I invite you maybe do it a few times, take notes what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy, and make your own practice with this. If you need anything or in guidance, you know where to find me. I can help you with that. Have a wonderful day and see you soon.